you can see how you attain balance. Balance you get through the feet. Motion you get out of the 12 joints, dealing with the ankles, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, elbow, and wrist. If you cut off the legs and cut off the arms, you're like a wiener down there. You can't move. You might live a month because you couldn't feed yourself, you couldn't drink water. I think 3 weeks is as long as anybody can go without water. I think there's been someone about that time, but you can go a month and a half without food. But just think, everybody thinks the body is making all this motion. The action of your feet, the ankles, knees, and hips control the action of your torso. Now the shoulders are basically the top of your torso, your hips are bottom. Now on top of that you have a head. That's the thinking division of this human body. Now we decide what we want to do with what motion, whether you're going to run, you're going to jump, you're going to do a form of athletics, swim, basketball, football, baseball. It all deals with these appendages. And not too many people has put the emphasis on the legs and the hands and the arms to create balance and timing. Timing is one of the most important parts of a golf swing. Your body can only move so fast, and the average person in the pro ranks take 2 seconds to make a golf swing if they use a 2 count, a 1, 2, and it's all taking about 1 second each. The backswing from the ball to the top of the backswing, the club head is traveling 240 degrees. The left arm will separate from the ball 150, and you cock your hands 90 degrees, and you have 240 degrees. Well, if it's 240 degrees to the top of the backswing, it's 240 degrees back to the ball, then it's 240 degrees on the other side. So you are taking the club back 240 degrees, and to complete the circle, you're doing 480. Now, the time it takes from the ball to the top of the backswing is 1 second. That's about as fast as the body should move. And the time from the top of the backswing to the finish is 1 second. Therefore, the body's moving twice as fast, and along with the arms and the hands.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we control the blade with the hands. We set it on plane. When you're standing to address the ball, only thing is on plane is the club face. But when you go back, you have to put the shaft on plane, and you do it with the hands. But while you're doing that, to allow the body to turn the full degree, the knees and ankles, hips and shoulders, elbows and wrists, they've got to coordinate all of this into a single pattern.
Yeah, it's got to blend.
It's synchronizing. Now just think, for the knees to do their count, and this is basically what you're doing when you're timing a golf swing. You're timing the knees and hip action, because it's like building a home. You don't put the roof on top of the ground, you put a foundation underneath it. And the foundation of the golf swing is the ankles, knees, and hips. Now the other 6 joints that you're very interested in is the wrist, elbows, and shoulder blade. You see, we feel using the shoulders that they're a combination. You know, it's a gliding joint plus a ball and socket joint. The ball and socket joint allows you to make many different actions with the arm. You can do a conical, a semicircle, or you can lift it, and you can laterally or frontal lift and so forth. But it's all done from here. And everything that you do starts in that brain up there. It's got to be transferred through the nervous system. It's like if you're going to telephone someone, you've got to have first a telephone company to receive your voice and transmit it through the telephone lines to the part that's receiving your voice, understand? that one that you're to talk to. So before you hit a golf ball, you have to pre-think what you want to do. You load the computer. You've got to swing a golf club many, many times to actually develop a trained reflex pattern. Reflex pattern is a pattern that works automatically. While you're learning, it's a conscious effort, but it slows you down. The conscious thinking of various parts of the swing slows down the ultimate swinging of the club head. Because in golf, we're not looking for rigid slowness, we're looking for supple quickness.